blade. Whiskey burns slower, regrets never fade. Gunpowder memories carved in my skin. The devil keeps counting, my virtues wear thin. Hollow winds whisper, they call out my name. Echoes of sins in the outlaw shame. Right in the shadows where angels don't tread. A ghost on the prairie, half living, half dead. Boots crush the gravel, a rhythm of dread. Each step a confession, a prayer for the dead. Steel on my hip, but it won't set me free. The law and my demons, both gunning for me. Hollow winds whisper, they call out my name. Echoes of sins in the outlaw shame. Right in the shadows where angels don't tread. A ghost on the prairie, half living, half dead. Barrels of thunder, a crack in the night. Justice and vengeance, both lose in the fight. The preacher said mercy, but mercy won't stay. When blood stains the morning, it don't wash away. Crows on the gallows, they circle my soul. The weight of my crimes is the wind, it howls through broken trees, a haunting song, it carries me. The crows, they circle black as sin, a reckoning calls from deep within. Shadows on the plains tonight, a ghostly dance in pale moonlight. The earth, it groans, the spirits cry, where sinners tread tonight, a ghostly dance in pale moonlight. The earth it groans, the spirits cry, where sinners tread and angels die. A blood-red sky, a wolf's lament, the price of sin, the life we spend. Each step I take feels bound in chain, but freedom's found in shadows reign. The outlaw rides his soul in death, his name forgotten, fate is set. The desert swallows all but pain and leaves behind the shadow stain.
The wind moans low through the cypress trees. A haunted hymn rides the midnight breeze. A lone wolf howls at a blood-red moon. A reckoning's coming, and it's coming soon. Oh, the shadows whisper, they call my name. Through the hollow night, through the smoke and flame. A sinner's path carved in dust and stone. In the dark I ride, with the devil alone. There's a churchyard cross where the weeds have grown. A rusted bell swings with a hollow tone. The preacher's gone, but his ghost still prays for a lost man's soul in the judgment days. Oh, the shadows whisper, they call my name. Through the hollow night, through the smoke and flame. A sinner's path carved in dust and stone. In the dark I ride, with the devil alone. Black crows circle where the dead don't rest, with a 6-gun burden heavy on my chest. The river runs red with the price I've paid for the lives I've stolen and the beds I've laid. The gallows waits with its splintered arms. It's rope tied tight to the sinner's charms. But I'll die free under stone-filled skies. A cursed man's truth never tells no lies. Oh, the shadows whisper, they call my name. Through the hollow night, through the smoke and flame. A sinner's path carved in dust and stone. In the dark I ride, with the devil alone. cutting through the fading light. The moon hangs high like a hollowed out owl, casting shadows where the lost souls lie. Whispers through the pines, they call my name, a ghostly hymn through the trees aflame. The earth beneath feels cold as sin, where the devil waits to let you in. A river runs red in the valley below, carving secrets where the dead weeds grow. The wind's a preacher, cruel and grim. It tells of sorrow and it drags you in. Whispers through the pines, they call my name, a ghostly hymn through the trees aflame. The earth beneath feels cold as sin, where the devil waits to let you in. The church bell rings, but it tolls no prayer, just a dirge for the damned who wander there. The road to grace is a path of thorns, through a land where love and hope are scorned. The cabin stands with its door ajar, the lanterns glow like a dying star. I step inside, but the air's grown thin. It's a house of shadows, a home of sin.
The wind howls low through the cypress trees, whispering tales of old tragedies. A black crow circles, its shadow stretched thin, out here in the dark where sins begin. Shadows on the prairie, ghosts in the night. The past won't stay buried, no matter the fight. The devil rides shotgun, his grin full of scorn, where the land meets the sky and legends are born. Rusty chains rattle in the barn out back, echoes of a life that turned pitch black. A lantern swings slow on a weathered beam, casting shapes that could haunt a dream. Shadows on the prairie, ghosts in the night. The past won't stay buried, no matter the fight. The devil rides shotgun,
once warned about the sins of man, but he drowned in the flood, couldn't take a stand. Now his Bible's ash, his sermon's all dust, in the fields of the damned where we learn to trust. Boot prints lead where the sun don't rise, where secrets linger and hope surely dies. The gallows still sway in the midnight breeze, a solemn reminder of lost destinies.
Glow across the plains where cold winds blow. A church bell tolls its mournful sound, echoes through this cursed ground. A preacher's voice, sharp as a knife, sins confessed, but not alive. The raven calls from a crooked tree, darkness whispers, you can't flee. Shadows on the prairie, long and lean, haunting faces in a devil's dream. The dust won't settle, the past won't die, in this hollow land where spirits cry. The whiskey burns, the lanterns fade, in a town that sin and death have made. The barkeep laughs, his eyes like stone. You'll leave here with your sins alone. His prison bars, he carries a curse with every stride. No redemption, just the night as his guide. The wolves howl low, the coyotes sing, the air is thick with suffering. The devil
There's a cabin in the shadow of a hill so black, where the wind tells secrets that it can't take back. The pines are whispering like ghosts in the breeze, and the moon hides its face behind skeletal trees. Ravens in the pines calling out my name. The preacher's gone silent, and the sinner takes the blame. A bottle of sorrow, a heart full of sin. The night won't forgive me for where I've been. The river runs thick like blood in its veins. The stones on the bank still hold the stains. A lantern flickers where the past won't rest, and the devil keeps watch, his grin confessed. Ravens in the pines calling out my name. The preacher's gone silent, and the sinner takes the blame. A bottle of sorrow, a heart full of sin. The night won't forgive me for where I've been. The wolves start to howl as the midnight chimes, echoing the weight of my unholy crimes. The soil's cold and ready, the grave's calling deep, but a soul can't lay down when it's sold too cheap. I hear her voice in the creak of the floor, in the rustle of leaves, in the slamming door. But she's long gone, buried under the sky, while I keep walking where the shadows lie. Ravens in the pines calling out my name. The preacher's gone silent, and the sinner takes the blame. A bottle of sorrow, a heart full of sin. The night won't forgive me for where I've been. The night won't forgive me for where I've been.
The wind howls low through the cedar trees. Moonlight's caught where the shadows freeze. A lonesome coyote cries its mournful hymn as the darkness pulls the daylight in. The barn doors creak like a whispered curse. Each step I take feels a bit rehearsed. A lantern sways in the ghostly breeze, lighting path where the lost souls tease. Shadows on the prairie, they don't let go. They cling to
haunted land. The preacher man spoke of fire and sin, but no salvation ever made it in. The soil's blood red from the lives it's claimed, every grave unmarked, every sin unnamed. The river runs black where the willows bow. They whisper secrets no one's allowed, and the stars above are a widow's veil, casting silence where the lost proclaim, every grave unmarked, every sin unnamed. The river runs black where the willows bow. They whisper secrets no one's allowed, and the stars above are a widow's veil, casting silence where the lost prevail. In the prairie's clutch there's no peace to keep. The wind hums low through the hollow tonight. Shadows dance in the pale moonlight. The pines whisper secrets too dark to tell. This land bears the weight of a ghostly spell. Oh, the ghosts of the hollow, they never let go. Their sorrow's a river in endless flow. You can hear their cries in the whippoorwill song, in the heart of the hollow where the dead belong. There's a cabin that leans abandoned and worn. Its walls still echo with a heart forlorn. A lantern once burned in that window frame. Now it flickers with the weight of an unspoken name. Oh, the ghosts of the hollow, they never let go. Their sorrow's a river in endless flow. You can hear their cries in the whippoorwill song, in the heart of the hollow where the dead belong. Drinks the blood of a long-lost feud, roots tangled deep in the bones of the crude. A preacher once prayed, but his words fell thin. The devil himself called this place a sin. If you walk too far where the crows take flight, you'll meet the eyes of a man lost tonight. He'll tip his hat with a grin carved in stone and leave you to wander the hollow There's a shadow on the ridge where the crows won't go, a tale whispered low where the cold winds blow. The trees stand tall, but their roots run deep in the heart of the hills where secrets sleep. Oh, the darkness hums like an old steel string with the devil's voice. It starts to sing a broken hymn on the edge of night, guiding lost souls by its flickering light. The barns burn black, but the embers stay, marking sins that won't decay. Rust on the plow and blood on the land, the price of a deal made by trembling hands. Oh, the darkness hums like an old steel string with the devil's voice. It starts to sing a broken hymn on the edge of night, guiding lost souls by its flickering light. The preacher's gone, but his warnings linger like smoke trails curled round a sinner's finger. A pistol's truth, a whiskey's lie, both point to the same blackened sky. Now the shadow moves where the moonlight fades, carving its mark in the midnight glades. It's a story sung, but it cuts like a blade, and the price is a soul for the dues unpaid.